Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm David Lindsay. One of the Leandra Lesueur and I co-curated this series. Really, really grateful that you guys are here. Thank you to Segue for hosting us and Artist Space as well. So I'm going to say a few words generally about the series that we've curated, and then Leandra is going to introduce Zavé and Stefa in particular. One of my favorite things in approaching a series like this is to like look around and think about who my favorite writers, who my favorite performers are, and then the joy is you get to invite them into this space, and then you get to say nice things to them, and then you get to sit in the audience and just bask in it. And so it's an exquisite pleasure of mine. Generally about the series, we've aimed to select a group of non-disciplinary, hyper-contemporary writers, artists, and performers that move between an awe of the extraordinary, ethnobotanical studies, anti-language, gardening, not architecture, of weather, of infinities, of queerness, of blackness, and all the heat that is generated in those and many other in-betweens. Our program brings together a group of diverse and interdisciplinary readers existing within both the poetry and visual art fields. With that, I'll hand things off to Leandra.
Hi, everyone. Thank you all for being here. As Dave mentioned, I want to thank again Segue and Artist Space for hosting us, and also thank Stefa and Zavé for being here with us tonight and for welcoming us into your space. When Dave and I thought about programming for this series, we obviously thought about language, but in a multitude of different ways. When I think about Stefa and Zavé's practice, I'm going to talk about them in a general sense, as I'm just going to speak now and then let them do their thing for the rest of the evening. But when I thought about Stefa and Zavé for this particular series, the one thing I thought about is like, how do we cultivate a space where we can allow folks to get back into their body? I remember the first time I experienced Stefa's work, and also the first time that I met Zavé, just meeting Zavé, but also being in Stefa's presence with their work was something that allowed me to feel welcomed back into my own body, back into my own space, and also an understanding of care that was kind of cultivated within the conversation, the dialogue, but also within the kind of just space that they both hold for people. And I know tonight's performance won't be any different from that. So I just want to like share a space of gratitude for both of them, for the work that they do. We obviously go through so many trying times in the world. Obviously, this week has been one of those, especially here in New York City with things that have been going on. And to consistently experience that, it takes coming into a space that's cultivated by two artists like themselves that allows us to really kind of feel where we're at, process that, but be able to kind of continue on. So I just want to thank them both for welcoming us into their space. I want to thank them for the work that they have done, that they continue to do, and that they will do. I thank you for both of you being my friends and also being someone that I look up to. You both are just incredible, beautiful people, but also incredible and beautiful artists. So thank you. And without further ado, I'm just going to hand it over to Stefa now.
Hi, everyone. Oh, thank you. That was very warm. So I want to start out with us taking a breath together. So we can let the breath out that we have now. And if we can breathe in through our noses together. And then back out through our mouths. Yeah, let's do that again. In through our noses. And out through our mouths. And one more time. In through our noses. And out through our mouths. When we come together like this, I think, especially when we're sharing sounds and sharing our bodies in space, and sharing our intentions and our dreams, I think it can be a really powerful space. So maybe you can hold somewhere in your body and in your spirit right now, a place, a person, a space that has been a home for you. That's not always a physical place. Sometimes that's a memory. And if you hold that somewhere in your body, somewhere in your spirit, maybe we can make a spell together that this place can exist again, that it can exist for the first time, that it's existing for the first time with this group of people in a room. I think a lot about home in my work, how we create those spaces for ourselves, especially as a queer person, especially as a person whose family was displaced from their ancestral lands. So for a moment, maybe this can be a home in that way. I want a home next to the river so that you can come and ask for a bit of river. I will give it to you, so fresh and so cold. I'm going to give you that sweet water. Here we will be together, holding each other in the day, holding each other at night too. And it gives me life. This is our home, where we will dream together and where we will make love, my love. Quiero una casa, 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 quiero una casa. Quiero. La que vive en mi sueño.
para mí. Esa casa es solo para mí, es solo para mí. Para mi mamá, es para mi mamá, para mi mamá, para mi mamá, para mi mamá, para que no tengas que trabajar, para que no tengas que trabajar, para que no tengas que trabajar, para que no no me quiten los sueños, 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 sueños. Quiero una casa, quiero una casa.
They stole your land, beautiful dark one. They stole your land, beautiful dark one. They cut out your tongue, beautiful dark one. They cut out your tongue, beautiful dark one. I live between two worlds, one that has forgotten me. I live between two worlds, one that has forgotten me. I live between two worlds, the other I try to remember, but it leaves me like the sea. It leaves me like the sea.
se me va como el mar. Se me va como el mar.
Look how my braid carries 1,000 colors of the land beneath my skin. Look how my gaze carries 1,000 reasons why I cannot be faithful to this country, to a person who promised us what? The Garden of Eden. Remember what Abuela said, don't believe everything they tell you. We didn't come out of any ribs. We fell from the stars. How marvelous, no? I am not for you. I am for me. I am not for you. I am for me. I am for me. I am for me. I am for me. Because while lies raised me, now I can paint the most intoxicating mural with your ideals of what it is to be a woman and never ask forgiveness for being. The rainbow of my soul keeps vomiting colors. My reasons cannot be vanquished for wanting to go on fighting. I do it fighting, crying for them. Before and after me comes freedom. Hey. Mira que mi trenza trae 1000 colores de la tierra debajo de mi piel. Mira que mi mirada trae 1000 razones que no puedo ser fiel a este país, a esta persona que nos prometió que el jardín del Edén. Acuerda lo que te dijo abuela, nunca crea todo lo que te dicen. No salimos de ningunas costillas, mejor caímos de las estrellas. ¡Qué maravillas! No salimos de ningunas costillas, mejor caímos de las estrellas. ¡Qué maravillas! Yeah, make some noise if you're alive in this room right now. No soy para ti, yo soy para mí. No soy para ti, yo soy para mí. No soy para ti, yo soy. Porque mientras las mentiras me criaron, ya puedo pintar el mural más intoxicado con tus ideales de lo que es ser mujer y jamás pedir disculpas por ser. El arco iris de mi alma me sigue vomitando colores. No pueden vencer mis razones por querer seguir luchando. Lo hago logrando, llorando por ellas antes y después de mí. Thank you. Sigue la libertad. Y que no vengan por mí.
que yo sí ya me fui, mamá.
Thank you. Daniel couldn't get enough. Thanks, Daniel. Thank you so much for that energy. I really appreciate it. You know, we're bringing a little DIY, a little punk to artist space. Why not?
You have to 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 you to you have to you have to you
Queer love,
have
knowing that every day my mind is open to more, and every time I create, I will be better. That Mother Earth will always bounce back stronger. The end of the patriarchy is brought about by babies being born right now, going into the water, swimming with a flat chest. Geographical distance from a member of my family is going to be so helpful for healing. Sounds mean, but sometimes you got to look forward to the end of the proximity to heartache. Falling in love, shaving my trachea, growing old with friends and witnessing each other's evolutions, spending it with you, surrendering to equal parts chaos and beauty more and more, pero también abandoning this fear-based dimension. The decay of the empire and the rise of everyone cast to the margins. Sweet trans youth, knowing that there are still so many people to know and to love. Compartirlo con chosen fam, jugando, sembrando y soñando juntis. The thought that maybe I'd achieve a balance between happiness and my depression. Being able to grow old with loved ones. Being by water with people I love. The younger generation standing together for LGBTQIA equality more than ever before. The thought of marrying you, our future ancestors, ecosystems regrowing, oceans rebalancing, children reclaiming land, building new skills with my loves, community care and new economies, Black and Indigenous and queer liberation,
You have to you have to you have you have to you you have to you to transform the world, and you have to do it. You so you for you said you to you have to you have to you have to
Thank you.
I want to continue the incantations. First, I want to just thank Leandra and David. Stefa, I'm so glad to be side by side with you. I also want to thank Daphne Silbiger for creating the soundscape for this performance. So there are some things that feel too big to metabolize. Structures that feel too powerful to disintegrate sometimes. And I want to acknowledge the multiple crises of ongoing wars, racist killings, and the destruction of various forms of livelihood. These things that just keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. So I'm offering tonight a collective composting. And like all fermentation, all disintegration, it is messy. And it may be uncomfortable. It may stink. It may unsettle. And that's part of the work, I think, towards transformation, towards liberation. I also want to let you know that you may hear references to violent institutions. And I want to offer an invitation that as you listen, as you watch, as you are with me present, please move your body, come and go as you need, hum with these sonic vibrations, stretch out on the floor with the pillows, move with me. Do whatever you need to do, but please move with me in some way. So we're going to compost a structure tonight that may seem impossible to break down. But we know neurologically that when we think about action, it has the same fruitful impact as physical motion. So please join me in this collective, come on in, this collective fermentation. Okay. You wake in morning and your body is full of metal, concrete, your skin, your body has been carved, centuries of mining, the green of your flesh, long forgotten, in place of mountains, now are highways, airports, condos, big box stores, resorts, hotels, your briny oceans, whirlpool with discarded plastics, ice melts in salted water, gone are your canyon lakes, dust swirls on your thirsty skin. This is how the day begins. Polluted.
One day, conflict, and further destruction. Conflict and further destruction. Our principles. America stands committed to human dignity. America stands committed to human dignity. America stands committed to principles of human dignity. America stands committed to human dignity. America stands committed to human dignity. America stands committed to human dignity. America stands
There are dreams only you know, thoughts only you think, non-collective manifestations of your mind, secrets to others, but these are temporary, non-recognition of pristine collective consciousness, lapses in connection with pure nature, even consciousness is temporary. Formations, the few mountains left, who still hold us patiently, who we destroyed, stripped for metal, they will change and self-destruct. Give it a few million years. Do you find yourself caught? Visions of counter-protesters scaling the walls? Are your dreams voiced by ghosts from Aotearoa to Haiti to Chiapas to Lenape, whispering to you what to do? Close your eyes. Remember your flesh, your soil, your land, all interconnected. Earth touching earth in all directions. Water from the ancient ocean floor, rising into sea foam, evaporating into soft cloud. Feel above the fires, humidity rise into atmosphere. Droplets magnetized to one another, insatiable for touch, dancing as molecules in wind, gathering heavy and thick, braiding into a gentle rain that cools, cleanses your hot skin. Your fingers warm in cool mud touch mycelium tendrils, smell the mushrooms, they are talking, foraging digesting all the plastic. Yes, on the horizon, a building, 5 concentric pentagon floors, stacked one upon the other, atop Piscataway territory, one of the world's largest office buildings, where the Army, Navy, and Air Force eat and shop together. The fire in your bones, the gases in your low belly rise thick and slow. Crystals, glass, red and black, melting the steel of this pentagon into rivulets of iron, carbon, manganese, silicone, digesting down and releasing phosphorus, sulfur, oxygen from the steel so it can float back into the sky 25 corners made of concrete, crick and crack, snap into piles, sand, crushed stone, gravel. The rocks roll, the pebbles tumble, the sand slips along the ground, migrating back to the mountains they were taken from. Water released reintegrates to river, limestone facade toppled on the earth can finally rest. Calcium carbonate, fossilized shells, our stone-hardened ancestors' bones soften, breathe. Soften, breathe, relax back into your belly, singing softly, relieved. All melts from your heat. Rubber tank tires, chrome aluminum barrels, bolts, copper bullets. The metallic stew glimmering is swallowed into soil. The most delicious compost. Commanders and their soldiers, investors and their shell companies, chairmen and their senators asleep in beds they didn't make, wake gasping in the night. An orb of light, sharp, infinite like sun rays, indescribable, jolts their hearts, shines inside, outside, everywhere from before all this to the end of time. Greed, self-perpetuating suffering bursts inside their veins, pierced by light. They see what they have done, each face they've killed, each jade grass blade they've singed to dust, emotion, speed, shooting from one nerve ending to another. Every rule followed, every bloody command zaps into infinite space, spanning all directions. They melt. Eyeballs first, into this shocking light. Every way their ignorance has touched us, the ways we live, how we think, the state of non-recognition melts to recognition, grief, understanding. Bloom sprouts in a trillion tendrils, compassion, like an infinite ocean, warm and salty, laps in all directions. Complete evenness, pure wisdom.
There we go, period. Thank you both so much for this evening. That was so wonderful. I don't have any words. I don't know, Dave, if you have anything. Yeah, feel free to kind of talk amongst yourselves, but thank you both so much. I'm so appreciative. This was so needed. Thank you. Yes. Thank you.